MLSCN law was signed by the then head of state, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR. Before we got to 2003, we were formerly known and called Institute of Medical Laboratory Technology of Nigeria. That was established by Decree 56 of 1968, and that was signed into law by General Ugo and GSFR, the then military head of state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So that was why last year, 2018, we clocked 50 years, and we did celebrate our golden jubilee. The next thing that comes to mind is, what is medical laboratory science? For our doctors, yes. For some of us who are not into science, who are not into medical, it is good for us to let you know what medical lab science is. And this can be found in section 29A of MLSCN Act 11 or 2003, which define medical laboratory science as the practice involving the analysis of human or animal tissues, body fluids, excretions, production of biologicals, designs, and fabrications of equipment for the purpose of medical laboratory diagnosis, treatment, and research. We have different specialties, and those specialties can be gotten from section 29B of the same Act 11 or 2003. These specialties are medical microbiology, chemical pathology, hematology, blood transfusion, virology, histopathology, histochemistry, immunology, parasitology, forensic science, molecular biology, and laboratory management. All these are all specialties that let me get started. These specialties are all you can find if you study medical lab science anywhere in the world. It is also nice for you to know our vision and our mission statements. Our vision is to be a world-acclaimed regulatory authority driving the culture of quality and efficient healthcare. Our mission statement is straightforward: strengthening health laboratory systems and professional practice for quality service through strategic regulation and accreditation. We have our core values that drive our process here in Medical Lab Science Council of Nigeria, which is professionalism, because it's a professional organization. We work on integrity, try to be excellent in what we are doing. We are committed. Service delivery, efficiency, and more on all. We are a team player, we do teamwork. What is our mandate as enshrined in section 4A to I of Act 11 or 2003? The first is to determine from time to time the standard and knowledge of skill to be attained by persons seeking to become medical laboratory scientists, medical laboratory technicians, and medical laboratory assistants. To regulate the practice of medical laboratory science in Nigeria. Regulate the training of scientists, technicians, and assistants in any institutions in Nigeria, and give periodic accreditation to institutions. Provide and maintain separate registers for scientists, technicians, and assistants. We will also regulate the production, importation, sales, and stocking of diagnostic laboratory reagents and chemicals. We assess, evaluate, and register foreign graduates of medical laboratory science. We conduct examination for medical laboratory technicians and assistants. We inspect, regulate, and accredit medical laboratories in Nigeria and perform such other functions that may be conferred on us by Act 11 of 2003. Briefly, we know that your team is so vast about universal health coverage. We'll be discussing this all this while, but we can't just move into where we come in, we just try to also link with you people to say universal health coverage is an integrated, efficient approach to improve health outcomes. It is aspirational, but there is growing global and national commitment. UHC requires that all people can access the healthcare services they need without enduring financial hardship. How is UHC funded in Nigeria? These are just preamble to where we are going. There's a legal framework, which is the National Health Act of 2014. It's also captured under establishment of basic healthcare provision fund. It's also the federal government of Nigeria grant of not less than 1% of its consolidated revenue, which commenced last year. Grants by international donor partner and funds from other legitimate sources. This is how it is funded in the country as of today. The medical laboratory science in universal health coverage. Records from the WHO confirms that about 70% of the empirical data needed for decision making for patients management in the hospital is generated from medical laboratory by medical laboratory scientists. This is a statement of fact, and we want to emphasize on this. For the reason for coming today is not far from this, because we are key stakeholders in achieving universal healthcare. What is our role in UHC? As we be saying, MLSCN is the regulator of the practice of medical laboratory science in Nigeria and plays the following roles to ensure the effectiveness of UHC. One of it is our periodic accreditation and monitoring of training institutions to ensure the production of high-quality medical laboratory personnel. It's important for me to let you know, as of today, we have 25 universities in Nigeria hosting this program. It is also important for us to know that we have 80 colleges or schools of health technology training medical laboratory technicians and assistants. And it is important for this team to know that the training of medical laboratory technicians and assistants program is domiciled at the colleges of health or schools of health technologies, not in the teaching hospital nor in federal medical centers. Any of those places that such training takes place are illegal, but the law does not permit them to do that. Their own training is for the Bachelor of Medical Sciences, not for the training of assistants and technicians. And I want to also give some statistics. As of today, in our database, we have 30,042 medical laboratory scientists. We have 26,676 technicians and 15,346 assistants. The next question that will come to mind, is this enough? Knowing the population of Nigeria. On paper like this, it is not enough. But in practical sense, it's more than enough. The question is why? These people that are being trained are not being employed by government establishments. Instead of employing the medical laboratory scientists, the technicians and assistants, the technical assistants for the PACs, what do we get? We have single honors Bachelor of Medical, we have BSc Biochemistry, SLT, manning our PACs. So what type of results are we going to get? So if we say they are not being employed, why should we train more? Except that narrative is changed. This will be enough. But if the narrative is changed, I want to get universal health coverage by 2030. We must see that our PACs are manned by qualified personnel. Accreditation and monitoring of public medical laboratories to ensure maintenance of standard and cost effectiveness. As we speak today on our database, we have 3,400 and 7 medical laboratories. These laboratories, I will tell you, 95% of these laboratories are standalone laboratories and those in private hospitals. The federal government's laboratories are not part of it. And those are part of the challenges we shall see later. We ensure provision of accurate, reliable, timely, and cost-effective diagnosis. How do we do this? One, there is continuous professional development program for all our members, from the scientists, the technicians, and the assistants. And this is a prerequisite for you to renew your annual license to practice. Ours is 10 credits. If you don't meet the 10 credits, you don't get your license for that year to practice. Routine medical laboratory inspection and monitoring. This we do to see that the quality of results are reliable, accurate, and timely. As I speak to you now, I have a team in Abia State who is carrying out inspection of laboratories in that state. And I want to say, when the embargo was lifted in 2017, we have to develop what we call inspection checklist, which was favorably approved by the Federal Ministry of Health, that is what we are presently using. And I want to state that from 2018, when we fully commenced inspection, we have inspected 11 states without hiccups. And I want to thank the Federal Ministry of Health for that support. External quality assessment program. This we know, for those of us from the science, if we are carrying out any test out for people and nobody is checking whether that result is fine, then we are not sure what is coming out. We also have this external quality assessment program, and this program is domiciled in our National External Quality Assurance Program in Zaria, Sahel. That facility is currently undergoing international accreditation. By its grace, before the end of this year, that facility will be accredited to ISO 170.425. We also have in vitro diagnostic regulations that also speak to how all these things are done. We all know, no matter how proficient you are, and the reagents, chemicals, equipment that you are using are not good enough, you will not get any good results. So in our process to make sure that we have these accurate and reliable results, we are now regulating the reagents and consumables that enter into the country. We also have practitioners monitoring. This is, we go to the field to find out that our colleagues that are there practicing, are they practicing well? Do they have their current license? Do they attend CPDs? So that we can bring them up to speed, because science is dynamic. And we also have capacity building, which will also come out to do training and refresher trainings for our country, our members nationwide. We have the development of national guidelines for in vitro diagnostics in Nigeria. Because this is just evolving. Recently, last year, we just developed the national guidelines. And we are sure things will get better as we move along. The provision of national quality assurance, let me jump this, let me sort of move to the next. The sources of funding for MLSCN activities. Because this is a federal government establishment, our main source of funding is budgetary provision. We also have IGRO, that is the essential that we collect from our colleagues. We get grants, so technical support from partners, at times gifts and donations. I need to speak on this donation before people start asking, what about donation? This played out when we celebrated our 50th anniversary. I want to tell this honorable house, we spent not less than 40 million to organize that program. And MLSCN did not spend up to 5% to get that program done. So all the things that was needed were all donations from stakeholders and well-wishers. That is where this donation is coming from. The framework for funding of MLSCN activities. As you might have known, we have, I said to you, we have an Act 1123 or 2003. We have a policy framework for funding, which is through the governing board. They make policies on how we can raise funds, and it's executed via the registrar and the CEO. We have an organizational framework which is contained in the MLSCN strategic plan of 2018 to 2022. We just stated this because this is the current organizational framework that we are operating now. The other ones are phased out, so we are now with 2018 and 2022. That does not mean that that is the only strategic plan that we are putting in MLSCN. Our model and strategies for funding MLSCN activities. We have registration of students and new members. We have annual renewal of practicing license by members. Accreditation of training institutions. Accreditation of private and public laboratories. Registration and validation of in vitro diagnostics. These are our model where we get our sources of funding. How effective is this our model? That is the next question we come to mind. The models by MLSCN are structurally effective. Structurally effective. It's effective in the area of registration of students and new members. It's also effective in the area of accreditation of training institutions. However, there are issues of compliance based on the following. What we are trying to say here is that strategy, although it's totally effective, but in this other aspect, we have challenges. About 20% of that figure I gave to you, 30,000, 70,000, and 1,000 and 50,000, about 20% of this registered member subscribe to annual license to practice, because most of them will not come from that. Poor participation of private and public laboratories in accreditation process. I will take it this way. Accreditation is not mandatory, it's optional. What is mandatory is inspection and registration of your facility. We need to get it. Accreditation process is optional, but inspection and registration with MLSCN is mandatory. Maybe that is why people are not forthcoming. Manufacturers are yet to key into our validation process of in vitro diagnostics. No, we are just evolving, so most of the manufacturers are not coming yet, but we are having advocacies and all to get it to key into it, to make sure that the kits, equipment, consumables, and reagents that get into this country are well checked and standardized. Our challenges. One is inadequate budgetary appropriation for effective regulation. This has hampered our operational vehicles. We are in, apart today, we have to rent vehicles. We are expected to be in the Oka next month. We have to rent vehicles. And each of these exercises, the renting of vehicles is not less than 2 to 3 million. And if we have our vehicles to do these operations, it becomes cheaper to do that activity. Additional infrastructure, especially in the states. Presently, we have state offices in 10 states, but there is need for us to have offices in all the states of the Federation for proper monitoring of our activity. Low internal revenue, like I said earlier, our colleagues are not forthcoming, and there's something we need to do to get them to do that. Jointly support from development partners. Presently, we don't have any partner that's giving us any fund, but we only have technical support from IHVA and CDC. The only grant we got earlier was from CDC, but for the use of Medna, but that one ceased about 4 or 5 years ago. Quackery. I try to bullet this quackery so that we will understand what we are saying here. Non-inclusion of medical laboratory science practitioners in minimum health care package. Like I said earlier, if you check our laboratories, especially the PACs, take the statistics, you will see that 80% of the staff that are there are not laboratory personnel, medical laboratory personnel. 2, you will see the PACs that we are establishing today as non-laboratory components. And we are saying we want to have universal health coverage. How is that possible? Employment of unqualified medical laboratory personnel to man medical laboratories nationwide. I will also let statement of facts. Most government hospitals today, if they tell you they have a workforce in the laboratory of 50, 10 are unqualified. We've engaged them. Non-Nigeria factor is a challenge. But that is one thing that is happening in our tertiary and secondary hospitals, even private hospitals. And if that is there, what type of resource are we giving to Nigerians? So where are we going? We are talking about universal health coverage when the right people are not allowed to do the job. And for my colleagues, they are not there, they don't have correct access to classes. And one of the things we've done to the CMDs is that there's no medical lab scientist should go for promotion or be employed without having his or her current license to practice. Because according to the law at 11/2003, if there is any litigation and your staff is culpable, maybe because you have license, but it's a lab scientist, the law says you, the director of the MD of the place, and that person is culpable, is now Act 11 or 2003. Poor participation of health facility in external quality assurance. This we started 3 years ago. We started 2005, challenges here and there. But let me give you the current status of external quality assurance in Nigeria. As we speak today, we have 729 facilities which are scaled into our external quality assurance, where samples are sent to facilities, medical laboratory facilities, and we assess their proficiency and competency. It is important for us to know, sir and madam, that only after 729, only 4 medical laboratory implementing partners. If the implementing partners leave tomorrow, what happens to our external quality assurance? What happens to the result that comes from our laboratory? We are also using this, we are sure of the results that comes out. So we don't give wrong diagnosis. No matter your proficiency, if someone is not checking you, you are not there. Like I told you earlier, medical laboratory accreditation is optional, it's not mandatory. I'm happy to announce to this house that the Medical Laboratory Science Council of Nigeria has successfully accredited 4 facilities to ISO 15189 in Nigeria. The latest and the newest and the only one owned by federal government of Nigeria is the Buhari General Hospital. I just got the accreditation yesterday. Our policy options to overcome the challenges. What are we putting in place to see that we overcome these challenges? Annual publication of names of members in good standing we just first, if you see that your name is not there, that will prompt you to come and do the needful. Reaching out to indebted members. We just put in place that come every January, there will be an automatic generation of your indebtedness to our colleagues, so that wherever they are, they can print, and that might touch their heart to say that they are owing so much, they need to have their license to practice. We are also doing advocacies to relevant stakeholders. We are collaborating with partners, with local and internationally, to see that things improve. We are requesting for grants, donations, and support for funders. We are also developing our national essential drug list. This is where to go as it relates to IVD diagnosis, IVD in Nigeria. This is being championed by WHO, and MLSCN has keyed into it. I'm sure when all the documents are put in place, things will improve. We'll be able to overcome the issue of the IVDs in Nigeria. My team leader, distinguished and elder scholars that are here, members of the team from NIPS, we want to conclude to say, despite the limited resources, the Medical Research Council of Nigeria is playing a vital role in the implementation of universal health coverage in Nigeria. And we also agree with the Director General of WHO, who says health is a human right. No one should get sick and die because they are poor, or because they cannot access the health services they need. Thank you. You are welcome.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud him once again. That was the CEO who has just displayed uncommon erudition. When you are on top of your game, that is what happens. It just took my breath away, and I know I'm not alone in that respect. Thank you for the attention so far and making progress, ladies and gentlemen. We will have the interactive session. Now, as he tries to catch his breath also, I believe somebody will give him some water, please. He deserves that. Now, the team lead said, we will have now an interactive session. But this, I would think, is not just a question and answer thing, but really a jaw session. So that, you know, from both sides, there will be contributions, comments, questions will be asked, answers will be provided, but let us have very fertile intercourse of ideas. Thank you very much. Maybe I will have to get to the team lead with the microphone so you can kickstart, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Whether you agree with me or not, that was a wonderful presentation. As I was presenting, at times I would just be checking some things on my phone, and I was getting the information he was giving rightly as it is. Sir, not only that, even some questions that were keeping our minds before we came here, we were just punching everything. But no matter what, in the institute, we cannot punch everything. We still have a lot of questions. Thank God we have enough time. So far you are able to entertain us, we have a lot to find out from you. You have said something there that the importance of organization is very, very vital to improve healthcare in Nigeria. And on that note, my able and distinguished participants are ready to shoot. They are not shooting guns, but they are only shooting their questions. So I will start with the chairman. When they finish, then our head professors will come in either to see how they can even improve on the presentation you have made, because I learn from them every day. So chairman, based on your, please note participants, your question should be tailored towards what you are writing. Because the aim is to be able to give evidences that we were here, we got the information, and we are passing the right information to Mr. President. That's why we will quote according to Mr. Irabo 2019. So, Chairman, the floor is yours. So you pass the mic around.
Thank you very much, sir. Chairman, sir, all protocols really observed. The group 5 is subgrouped into syndicates. So I'll call on each subgroup to ask the question, starting from with Colonel Zine.
Thank you, sir. I am Colonel Nzide, sponsored by the Nigerian Army. Sir, you have been on board since 1968. That's 41 years now. One, in specific terms, I would like to, if you could share with us, what are your major achievements so far, especially towards the overall success of universal healthcare coverage. That's one. In your core values, you listed integrity, which is expectedly one of your core values. In driving the core value vis-a-vis regulating best practices, what exact measures, with example, have you carried out so far to discipline laboratories not operating within acceptable standards, formed by other legitimate means? Could you tell us what you mean by that? On one of your slides, you gave us a layout,